Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue our music theory tutorials. In this video, we're gonna continue the course. Let's see different clefs. What about the different clefs? Okay, the movable clefs. So the movable clefs, most music these days is written in either bass clef or treble clef, as you know, but some music is written in a C clef. So the C clef is a movable. Is movable whatever line it centers on is a middle C. So this is the C clef. Here we have the soprano clef, mezzo soprano clef, alto clef, tenor clef, baritone clef. Okay. Here, the bass and treble clefs were also once movable, but it is now very rare to see them anywhere but in their standard positions. If you do see a treble or bass clef symbol in an unusual place, remember, treble clef is a G clef, its spiral curls around the G, bass clef is an F clef, its two dots center around an F. And also I told you that you can recognize it by this. So here we have Sol in the second and Sol in the first. As you know, this is G, okay? That's it. So let's continue. So we're movable G and F clefs. Here's G, A, B, C, D, and here F, G, A, B, C. So if it's rare to these days to see G and F clefs in these non-standard positions, just know what's going on. Much more common is the use of a treble clef that is meant to be read one octave below the rhythm pitch. So since many people are uncomfortable reading bass clef, someone writing music that is meant to sound in the region of the bass clef may decide to write it in the treble clef so that it's easy to be read or to read. A very small 8 at the bottom of the treble clef symbol means that the notes should sound one octave lower than they are written. So small 8 at the bottom of that treble clef symbol means that the notes should sound one octave lower than they are written. Like this. So why use different clefs? Music is easier to read and write if most of the notes fall on the staff and few ledger lines have to be used. Okay, so as you can see here, these chords show the same notes written in a treble and bass clef. The staff with fewer ledger lines is easier to read and write. Okay, so that's why it's pretty important to know how to make it easier. So the G indicated by the treble clef is the G above middle C, while the F indicated by the bass clef is the F below middle C. So treble clef and bass clef together cover many of the notes that are in the range of human voices and the most of instruments. So as you can see here is F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. As you know, we have layers and human voices, we have ranges, gentlemen. I have a range. My voice has a range, and you have a range, and she has a very different range. Okay, so that's why there is bass and treble and movable C. So voices and instruments with higher ranges usually learn to read treble clef. So higher ranges learn to treble clef. I'm talking about women. While voices and instruments with lower ranges usually learn to read bass clef. It's very important to know. Instruments with ranges that do not fall comfortably into either bass or treble clef may use a C clef or may be transposing an instrument. So To sum up, we have here treble clef, bass clef, and C, removable C. Okay, so we have here sol second, and we have here sol first. That's it. And you can see here is fa at the first. Okay, so please just know this and know this to be able to make it easier for yourself. So now we can see the voice layers, or the layers of voice. We have here the violin for okay, if you play a violin you will know its construction for lines. Sorry, this is Russian. Yes. Yes. Tendons. Tendons. Yes. Violin has four. Okay, it's okay right now because I'm uploading something. Okay, we have also the soprano. The soprano is very thin female voices. This covers very thin female voices, especially Indian women. If you listen to Indian women or Indian females, you will find them very thin. Not all of them, but the majority in India, women have very thin voices. Okay, so the mezzo soprano, it's something not very thin, something between the thin and the thick. Okay, so this is the mezzo soprano, and the alto, thick female voice, especially in the Middle East. If you listen to the women or the female singers in the Middle East, especially in the Middle East, you will find thick female voices. Okay, and all of them can sing and they are very talented. So now we have here the male layers. We have the tenor and baritone and bass. Okay, we have here the tenor is the thin. For the male, if you if a male or a boy or a man has a tenor or a thin voice layer, this is called tenor. Okay, baritone's medium. I guess my voice is baritone. I'm not bass. Bass is very thick, very thick. Oh my god, that's terrible. So this is the bass, okay? And I'm not tenor, by the way. I guess I'm not tenor. I don't have this layer. But the tenor of men, you can search for Abdel Halim Hafiz. Yes, songs. Just listen. He's an Egyptian singer. Is one of the greatest singers ever. Really, you can listen to his voice. His layer is tenor, and for the alto, you can listen to Najat. It's an Egyptian singer, female Egyptian singer. I guess she's alto. Yeah, and Also, yeah, can listen to Najat also, and we have referred to soprano, of course, the Indian voices. We have okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I cannot get it right now. Okay, so this is for this. Here now it is time to use MuseScore. So we have here the C, movable C. Voices and instruments with higher ranges usually learn to read a treble clef. Okay, while voices and instruments in lower ranges usually read bass. So that's why we have here this, and we have here that. So you can choose and you can see this ranges, these ranges, and you can put it here. Let's try the tenor. Okay, so tenor 1, 2, 3, 4. Be careful, please, please. Here, it's one second line. Second line. This. Put it here. Second line. Okay. After that, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, and the first space. One, 2, 3, and this. Yeah. And so on. So we have until 1, 2, 3, 4 and the space. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And that's it here. This is for the tenor. One, two, three, four. Let's see for the piano where we can find this. This is here. This is here. This is here. At these regions, okay, and so on. But what if we make so this is the tenor, and what about the soprano? One, two, three. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's one, two. Okay. And second. Okay. Mm-hmm. Listen, it's very thin. Mm, very thin. Oh my God. Jesus. Indian, really? So we got this here. Suitable also for the opera. Mhm. For women who are in the opera. Okay, so as you can see, you can reach the this. Mm-hmm. It's very thin, gentlemen. I'm just showing you an example, and of course, these are the standard. You can get them from the book or any or anywhere. I'm just showing you how to the difference between the soprano and we have here the tenor. Okay, so this is the tenor. Listen. Towards soprano. So as you can see, from tenor to soprano, it is towards the thin layer. Okay, this is the very thin, and we have here the bass. Let's try the bass to finish the tutorial to know the difference. Second, two. Yes, I need this. And here, oh my god, it's very thick. As you see, as you can listen, it's very thick. And notice that it is here, not here. Notice? Notice this? Oh my god. In the middle of it. Control plus. Oh my god. Okay, as and here, so we have here 3 different layers. Let's listen and see where. This is the soprano, and very thin, and then bass. Okay, so the bass cannot, of course, reach these layers and these layers. Of course, here the soprano is very thin. She cannot reach these regions. Okay, so this is the differences between the voice layers. It's pretty important to know these kind of things. Okay, the next tutorial we're gonna practice more and cover another topic. Okay, thank you very much. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.